Alright. That looks like it worked. Let's see, let me know if you can see or hear me right now. But we should be on. Waiting on confirmation. Alright, beautiful. Thank you, Lenina. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Paleontologizing. It is Sunday, August 6th, 2023, and I'm out here in eastern Utah digging dinosaurs. If it's your first time watching Paleontologizing, then I'm really glad you're here. Welcome. My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist. You probably know already that a paleontologist is a scientist who studies fossils. I work on dinosaur fossils in particular, hence dinosaur paleontologist. And I'm broadcasting to you live from the beautiful desert of eastern Utah, kind of out near the town of Moab. It should say that up in one of the corners up here, but it might be a little faint. You might not be able to see that unless you really squint. I didn't want it to be too obtrusive. Anyway, on Paleontologizing, normally I'm broadcasting from back home in my office in the San Francisco Bay Area. But yeah, well, that's where I, talk about the latest fossil news, new publications in fossil science, answer questions, do art and illustrations and 3D printing, and interviews with other paleontologists. But it's summertime, and during the summer, paleontologists like myself, many of us go out into the field and dig up fossils. That's exactly what we're doing here with a crew from the Utah Geological Survey, and so glad you could come along. Welcome to our dinosaur dig. We're going to go over there into the quarry in just a minute. But let's see here. There we go. Beautiful. And Lenina says it's hard to believe we'll be back to office streams in just over a week. Yeah, it's true, Lenina. I'm going to give myself a few days when I get back to kind of unpack and get all the gear set up again for streaming back in the office. But yeah, we've got today's stream and then 3 more streams, I think, out here, provided that the weather and everything cooperates. Yeah. And then I'm going to be back in the Bay Area for a little bit and then go back out to Utah in about mid-September for some more fieldwork streams. Let's hope, fingers crossed. So yeah. Anyway, before we get back over there, I brought some little wipe things so I can clean the lens on this, because I kept forgetting. So, here. Hold still, chat. Gonna clean you off a little bit. How's that? Better? Feeling nice and clean? Here, hold still. Got a little bit more. There we go. Beautiful. And I might as well clean my phone screen at the same time, because these are not reusable. There we go. And let me do my watch also, so as to be as non-wasteful as possible. Come on. That won't even open. Forget it. Let's go check out the quarry, and I'll show you what we're digging up right now. But yeah. Thank you, MS Coggins, for the 6 months of support. I really appreciate that. And Earth Tour and Grady JB, I'm glad you're refreshed at that lens cleaning. Well, here's our quarry over here. The crew continues to shrink, not in stature, but in number of crew members. Justin took off this morning, so he might even be showing up in chat at some point in the near future. But, yeah. This is day 20 and we're all feeling a little bit tired, so apologies if we seem a little low energy today. But that's just how it goes, at the end of the season. There's Jim and Don and Fisher, Ethan and Ken, and yeah, like I said, it's going to be kind of a low-key stream today. I'm just going to set the camera down, we're going to work, and if you got any questions, that's what I'm here for. So, yeah. Good stuff. Windy right now. Go ahead and put our camera right here. Hang on. There we are. Okay, nice. That should do it. Cactus Jack, welcome back. Cactus Jack, Frozen Yak, Jody Fish, and Paleo Lover. Who is that? Sounds like you're in the right place. Welcome to Paleontologizing. Yeah. And did they flip the big jacket already? You bet, Cactus Jack. That has been flipped. It's now somewhere. It's over there in the wash. Nice. Yeah. This morning, Fisher was off a little ways over there digging at another bone that he found earlier in the season. And still, any idea what that is?
Ethan thinks it's a femoral head.
Nice.
An proximal end of a femur.
Yeah. Thigh bone from a sauropod, potentially. Based on how big it is, yeah.
It's kind of big and flat. But yeah, I'm thinking that place is probably going to be a bone bed of some sort. So I was finding other bone pieces in when I was trenching around it.
That'd be exciting.
And then there's like this is the bone that you found, and there's little bit sticking out of the wash.
Oh, there's more sticking out of the wash in other places.
It's
Nice.
Small things, but still bones going into the the sediment. So.
Fisher's super site.
Fun. Just to make sure that I don't break anything when I try to get the bone out.
Yeah. Get this cable out of the way.
DBFP. Going for Fisher's place.
There we go. That's good. Oh.
Done.
Oh, it's turning
a little realer than we
turning into a vertebra or something. Yeah, that guy.
No. There's something here too. I don't know if that's
Piece
part of it or.
Piece got lost.
The little top.
Yeah, it was gone this morning when I came. Probably a little centrum.
That's a little annoying.
Welcome to Overcook. Good to have you. Music. We're kind of reaching the point in the season where we don't really want to be finding any new bones because we really got to get these ones out.
And you know what that means. You can't move a rock without finding another bone.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, just our luck.
Seems to be how these things go. You spend all season looking for stuff, find a little bit less than you were hoping for, and then you're trying to get out of there because the thing shows up in the last few days.
Exactly. Yeah. And Jody Fish is teaming up to work on the ones you got found. Yep. I'm, as best I can, trying to trench around this, so hopefully we can get this thing out. This rib crossing over it. But finding all kinds of other little pieces here and there also. It's,
Long-time viewers would be like, what? That tibia is still there?
I know, right?
And as I finally was making some progress, I hit a toe bone and a vertebra.
Yeah, let's take a look at that, actually, if you wouldn't mind showing it off, Don. That's, that is a nice-looking phalanx. Yeah, very nice.
So we got that guy there.
Check that out.
Proximal end and distal end.
Yeah.
And then here, you can kind of see a little, maybe the little rim of the centrum. There's a piece or two that I had to just glue back on, but that'll be, take my word, there's a spool-shaped center thing. At first I thought it was another toe, but then there's a piece of the, probably a piece of neural arch coming off there. So
It's funny, we don't have too many vertebrae from this site yet, do we?
we've got a fair amount over the years, but
Yeah.
they definitely are a little less common compared to like limb bones. When
Yeah,
you
it's
think
strange.
about how many vertebrae are actually in the body of one animal.
Right. I wonder if it's just the limb bones are more resilient and the bone beams that we find are like broken up vertebrae or
Yeah,
something.
that's possible. And then the, I mean, we get a fair amount of ribs, which are
Yeah.
pretty fragile, but yeah, over the years, I mean, it's picking up the vertebrae, especially if the neural arch is still on them, is quite difficult because they're big and complex. Or, well, centrum's big, and that's pretty easy because it's just like a spool essentially.
Yeah.
But the neural arch with the transverse processes and the neural spine and all that can be a lot more delicate, difficult to deal with. But
Holy cow, Wild Lucas, tier 2 sub. Thank you very much for that. Welcome to Paleontologizing. Appreciate your support. Oh, and what's Don's 5K t-shirt of the day?
I've got this one's actually a much longer race, I think.
Ooh, Powerman, Colorado, 2.5 mile run, 56 mile bike ride, 13 mile run.
So kind of the half Ironman, but without the swim. You just run first.
The landlocked half Ironman. Nice, from 1996. That's
It's one of the earlier years I did the half Ironman at Evergreen, and the water was so cold that I was like, I had kind of a wimpy wetsuit. By the end of the swim, I was like, oh god, I'm hypothermic. Luckily, it worked out well because part of the bike went up like on the side of Mount Evans, like pretty high, like 12,000 feet or something.
Yeah.
And there was like a sleet and rainstorm up there on the bike.
Uh-huh.
But I had been so cold getting out of the water that I like put on extra cycling clothes. Which, there's other poor guys up there, you know, with a Speedo and a
Tell me
singlet.
about that. Yeah, yeah.
So, but, yeah, it was
Shoot.
not especially coming back down.
Viewers are saying you're a beast, Don.
Gotta keep myself in shape so I can be on my knees hunched over all day in the quarry.
Digging dinosaurs, yeah. Paleo Lover 77, thank you so much for subscribing. That's wonderful. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the community. And Norby, thank you for the 5 months of support. That is brilliant. And I really appreciate it. Yeah. By the way, if anybody's here for the first time, Don DeBlue here is the Assistant State Paleontologist for the state of Utah and discoverer of such dinosaurs as Yurgavuchia, Iguanocolossus, and Diabloceratops. So, yeah. Pretty cool company here in the quarry. And then there's Jim Kirkland over there, State Paleontologist for Utah.
One of the oldest centrosaurines on the world.
Yeah. But yeah. Jim is a living legend. So, yeah, if anybody's got any questions for anybody here, don't hesitate. And Paleo Lover, how did you find out about the channel? I would love to know. If you wouldn't mind sharing. Here, I'm going to go ahead and put this back, and we'll keep working.
Oh, it's warm. This little rough and hot.
There are little claws in the wind. Brutal over here. Yeah, out in the sun there.
Let's see, how's that? That's not bad.
Right, relax a second.
Yeah.
Work my way around the back side of that leg.
5280 Andy says, has LDS historical influence in Utah ever affected paleontology there? Well, I mean, shoot, there's Brigham Young University, which is...
They were the giants for years here.
Yeah, yeah.
Dinosaur Jim Jensen.
Mm-hmm.
The other dinosaur Jim.
Created the
First
museum, the Paleo Museum. They started with the Earth Science Museum. Just started making business cards.
Really?
Created it out of nothing.
That's
And
I need to learn that
biggest
story. That's awesome.
collections in the West.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, dinosaur Jim Jensen is famous for Supersaurus and Ultrasauros, which you're telling me Ultrasaurus is probably just Brachiosaurus
It is.
nowadays,
It's
but
not probably.
Oh, okay, okay.
Absolutely.
yeah.
There is not a single sauropod worker I've ever met
Uh-huh.
that thinks it's real.
How much bigger is that scapula than Riggs's
Quite a bit. It's a gigantic animal.
Huh.
Yeah.
So Brachiosaurus could have been like 50 feet tall or more.
And you've been at Thanksgiving Point.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you can look at some of the elements there and then look up and see how they compare.
Oh yeah.
Because that's, branchi.
Uh-huh.
And it may be a different species.
Or that would be Altithorax from North America.
Yeah, from
Bronchi is
Grand
from
Junction.
yeah.
Altithorax from Grand Junction, Colorado. And
Yeah.
that's the mount.
Uh-huh.
So, you can go to Chicago O'Hare
Yeah.
Field Museum or American Museum of Ancient Life in Lehigh. Has one.
Actually, the Field Museum doesn't anymore. The one outside they had to dismantle because it was falling apart.
Oh, no.
It was weathered, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they took it down. They may or may not put it back up.
That's sad.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
Because it really is one of the more famous things that, was
Certainly.
collected there. I mean, they didn't collect.
No, they bought it. Yeah.
It was bought for them.
Well, yeah. McDonald's and Walt Disney Corporation purchased it for the Field Museum.
But yeah, Utah's definitely got its own Brachiosaurus now.
Yeah.
Of course, from down by Capitol Reef.
Nice. Doesn't seem to be a very common animal.
Not down, no. They've got, I don't know of any juveniles.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because we've got juvenile Diplodocus, juvenile Camarasaurus, but no juvenile Brachiosaurus.
And it could be its range was more on the, what is Appalachia, lowland areas that didn't receive any, sediment. It's just because we don't have the rocks doesn't mean we don't have land they were living on.
That's an interesting idea. Or maybe it was more of a forest dweller rather than like floodplains.
One of the big questions is where's the sauropod eggshell in the Morrison?
Yeah.
What we know of sauropod eggs is they're big, thick, robust eggs. Titanosaur eggs are pretty common.
Yeah.
And we've got delicate eggs preserved in the Morrison.
Huh.
They're not uncommon. A lot of Dryosaurus nesting sites with eggshell and babies, but nothing. That would be sauropod eggshell-like, not piece.
Really? Even today?
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's basically, did Diplodocids and Camarasaurs have soft-shelled eggs? Which is not impossible. And Brachiosaurs nested elsewhere because Titanosaurs have good eggs, and Brachiosaurs give rise to them as a group. So you would kind of expect.
Yeah, somebody'd have some mineralized eggshell.
Oh, yeah.
Although, yeah, there was that paper in 2020 that said that Massospondylus probably had soft-shelled egg, I think. Yeah. So, interesting. I think I remember you saying that when dinosaurs roamed America, too, talking about how we don't have much dinosaur eggshell from the Morrison.
Yeah, well, you got a fair amount of dinosaur eggshell.
But just not sauropod, yeah.
No sauropod, and even the maybe Allosaur egg, from Cleveland Lloyd.
Yeah.
Is that really Allosaurus or not? It's most of the eggshell we get is little bitty animals. Dryosaurus. Perhaps Camptosaur eggshell, but.
Oh, Paleo Lover says, I'm friends with Jim Kirkland on Facebook, and he mentioned you there. Well, thank you, Jim. That's how one of our viewers found us. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Facebook's telling me I have to get rid of some friends. You gotta be nice to me.
Yeah. Good stuff. And evening to you too, Reaper Extra. Good to have you here. Mr. Broccoli, good to have you. Welcome, welcome. Let me know if you got any questions.
Mr. Broccoli.
Yeah.
Ruining your knees.
Sit here for a minute. I set a high stretch goal for today.
Too high a stretch goal.
Well, it would have been alright, but I had to see that nice
Yeah,
toe there, and then there's a revert right here.
Running too many bones.
Yeah. Bone,
Were you
bone.
chasing people to go that way?
Okay.
When I talked to you on the phone before I even got out here, oh, they're all going down toward the deep end.
Well, they were going this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought we should go this way. When I found out that Fisher didn't like swimming, we decided we should not go to the deep end.
Yeah, go down to Swayze Beach and toss them in. We'll meet you in Green River. Practice your floating. I have to admit, I can't believe what it looks like. An amazing resort when you look at it. I'd never been down there before. It's like, holy cow, this place is beautiful. Beach umbrellas set up. I mean, it's, you know,
Oh,
it's
is it like a paid beach? Kind of?
no, it's no pay. It's,
Oh, yeah, it's like a park or something?
it's developed. Their picnic tables
Right.
and things. I think it's BLM. I don't think anyone in Grand Junction, not Grand Junction, Grand River people know about it. Because there weren't many people there when it was 107 and on a Saturday afternoon.
Jeez.
Oh, did you guys go there last week?
We went to look at the Mesa Verde camp.
Oh, yeah.
So we went. I didn't go swimming there, but I was like, man, I'd like to jump in right now.
Get in and have someone meet you further downriver.
Persephidite says, what time period did the iguanodont roam the earth, and what part? I mean, what part of the earth? Here,
Yeah.
Utah.
You know what part of the Cretaceous?
Iguanodonts are almost worldwide.
Thank you. You're probably right, Fisher.
They may well be on every single continent. Maybe not South America's got some too.
But yeah, this is from the very, very beginning of the Cretaceous period, about 140 million years ago. Oh, Jimmy's saying maybe 142?
It's pious in there.
Yeah. So yeah, the very, very beginning of the Cretaceous, like some of the oldest Cretaceous dinosaur-bearing rocks in the world, as I understand it.
Yeah, they're really surprisingly not that much in Asia, even this age.
Yeah.
And in Britain, the Purbeck, and the Purbeck is got like two dinosaurs, Iguanodont and what is it, Quinaria?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Humanoria, I think. I always thought Iguanodont was like a...
Heterodinosaur.
I was going to say heterodinosaur, yeah.
Yeah. And they're, that level, they might actually be Jurassic.
Huh.
They call it, there's other fossils that make them pretty comfortable that Jurassic Cretaceous boundary may be in it.
Huh.
But the dinosaurs may not be representing the Cretaceous.
Fisher, another bone.
Yay!
Oh boy.
So this one is actually right under the video, so we won't have to
Just gotta go deep,
do anything different here.
deep.
Nice and deep over here. This side.
Yeah, well, I'll start plowing down here on this beast. Looking around here.
Jody Fish says, now would not be a good time to bring in trenching equipment, would it? I mean, that's what we're doing. Just very slowly.
No, we would love to have a bobcat on site. And a lot of people, because once you get to the bump, it just goes slow.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly, we can't dig much more area this year. Our job now is to finish off what we've uncovered.
And George from New York, thank you for the 13 months of support. That's brilliant. Appreciate that. And Nolo, what are some impressive, mysterious, bizarre, or poorly understood, or just cute evolutionary adaptations? That's a huge question. I don't know how to answer that.
What?
Yeah, I don't
Of
know.
life itself.
That's the thing, is that if, you know, if critters are alive, that means that they're evolving, changing generation to generation. When you stop evolving, that means, you know, you're extinct. I don't necessarily really believe that stasis is a real thing in Earth history, because you've always just got genetic drift and stuff like that. One generation's always going to be different from its parents.
Well, and as I told you the other day, I'm a big fan of, you know,
Reticulation?
reticulate evolution.
Yeah.
Right? So when things are good, the genetic diversity of a population diversifies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not as likely to be killed if you're a little weaker or so, or
don't have the
not
less
the best
specialized beak or
jaws
something.
whatever,
Yeah.
or you've specialized, you have something that might work for something else,
Mm-hmm.
but in your home habitat's not great. But see, like humanity right now, we're diversifying our genetic diversity through the species.
Mm-hmm.
But when things get bad, sometimes randomly and sometimes by selection, some of those genes are gotten rid of, and other genes become more abundant.
Huh.
And you know, they may not be different species. You know, ranges expand again after the bad times, and they reproduce again, hybridize, and slowly you can change a population quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, that's been observed in the modern in Galapagos finches.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, like through big drought years, certain morphologies prosper and spread throughout the population, and then you get kind of a loosening of things when there's not as much stresses. Get a wet year, and then like everybody can survive. George from New York, thank you so much for those 10 gift subs. I really appreciate that. Excellent. Thank you. Nola says I'm a big fan of elephant trunks. That's a cool adaptation, yeah, certainly. Trying to think of something similarly cool and weird in dinosaurs, and feathers are what spring to mind immediately. Feathers are like an incredibly weird adaptation when you really think about it.
And they can be quite cute too.
Yeah, absolutely. Super versatile.
Especially if it's a little
And
duck.
weapons on your tail.
Yeah.
Thyreophorans have done all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
The animal we get in here basically had a chainsaw and and a handle.
Uh-huh.
Tail. Megasaurs have spikes. Stegosaurus has that big serrated blade of osteoderms
Yeah.
fused together.
Do you have an opinion on that weird South American guy, Jacapil?
Oh,
Do you think it's a thyreophoran or a ceratopsian?
it's
weird.
I'm kind
whatever
of
it is.
waiting to hear a little more.
Okay.
I have some sense toward maybe
Yeah?
ceratopsian, but
Huh.
it's we don't know. It's a very strange animal.
Remember Susie Maidmont talking on Twitter about how she thought it might be a ceratopsian?
Yeah.
She's one of the reviewers on the paper.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know what this thing is, but
She'll be
whatever
out
it is, it's cool.
digging with us in a couple weeks.
Oh, she's going to be out there.
Or a month, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be out there too.
Cool.
As far as I know,
Yeah.
that's the plan.
It'll be good to see Susie again. I met her in 2014 at the Mid-Mesozoic meeting in Fruta.
Yeah, she likes the Morrison. Slumming at Cedar Mountain, I don't know.
Well, at least she gets to work on a thyreophorine out there, digging it up. Oh, and we've got a... How did I miss that? Okay, there we go. Well, Nina, thank you for reposting from Wild Lucas. Is it true that the region of South Alaska was once an isolated island group till the Cretaceous? I don't know.
Which one?
That the Chugach / South Alaska was once an isolated island group until the Cretaceous?
Or Rangralia.
Oh, yeah.
It was like New Guinea. I mean, it was not like a little island. It was
Like an archipelago.
Yeah, it was basically about the size of New Guinea, Rangralia.
Huh.
And it's when it collided with a section of Canada that was rotating out that we get Alaska.
Huh.
That probably happened during the Albion.
Okay.
The Albion.
Well, there
The
you
end of the
go.
early Cretaceous.
Uh-huh.
You got this big flushing, and the ancestral Brooks Range goes right across into Siberia without a break at the time.
Is that what helped? So that's what helped form that land bridge.
Oh yeah,
That
but the
critters
first migration, the mustn't touch at the upper Cedar Mountain Asian immigration.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you have two land masses, big continental collision. Gives you a big mountain range when that happens.
And do we have any fossil evidence from there, Wild Lucas? I'm sure we do, yeah. I mean, it would be preserved in modern day southern Alaska.
Oh yeah, paleomagnetics show it. Up until, pretty late in the Albion, the mollusks, the clams and snails and things living in the Arctic Ocean were all the same things as what we're living in the North Pacific. There's no difference at all. And then you make that giant connection at the end of the Albion, and all of a sudden they differentiate, start evolving in their own directions.
Pretty cool. It goes to show how important invert fossils can be. Invertebrate fossils. For figuring this stuff out.
I mean, you work with what you got.
Yeah.
Certainly the invertebrate record is a much more robust record than the vertebrate record.
Yeah. And Gimple, good point, yeah. Parts of western Washington that were as far south as Baja California during the Cenozoic. Yep. That whole area is just being...
The exotic terrains.
Yeah.
And that's why we named Alita Pelta in San Diego, Alita Pelta.
Wandering shield, was it? Yeah. I like that. That should have been California's state dinosaur, honestly. Not the hadrosaur. It's definitely more unique. Yeah, I don't know if we have... is there a state dinosaur that's an ankylosaur?
No, not at all.
We do have state dinosaurs that are hadrosaurs, so yeah, California would have been the first. That would have been awesome. But honestly, it's just... I don't know. Maybe we should be glad we have a state dinosaur at all in California. Put some water on here and soften this up.
You would not do that in the Morrison. Really be bad on the bones. Cedar Mountain, not a problem.
And then you want to put some down here in this trench area.
I bet.
It's all sheets. I don't want to uproot or anything.
Yeah. Araya says, feels wrong wasting this water in the heat. Lol. Well, we've got plenty of water, so either we waste the water or we waste too much energy trying to dig through this stuff.
Now we should be doing our bit to help Lake Powell.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that water will evaporate to go up and create thunderstorms. Replenish.
That's cool, Darkness, yeah. It is really interesting looking at West Coast geology and, you know, like Jim was saying, exotic terrains and stuff like that. Bits of landmass that have moved hundreds or maybe thousands of miles. It's the reason you still got all those earthquakes on the West Coast, especially in, like, California. Plates are still moving. Never stops. Yeah. And how much does the shade mitigate the heat?
A lot.
Enough to make it 1,000,000% worth it to set the shade tarps up every morning and take them down every night. Yeah. Don DeBlue here is the shade tarp king. Yeah, Professor Emeritus of Tarpology. What was the talk that you gave at SVP? What was the title?
Tarpology 501.
501, graduate level course.
Advanced shade tarp techniques for paleontological field excavations.
Nice. How many other crews do you know have actually adopted your methods?
Well, yeah, I mean, the basis of this comes from things that
George Callison
George Callison, Jim knew from
worked with in the 80s on the Bruce Paleo era.
I mean, on the SVP preparators SVP website and the preparators page, I've got, I believe there's a copy, like there's the PowerPoint of the presentation, and then there's also.
Oh, really? You can download it there.
Yeah, and I've got a
nice,
like a 4-page PDF that gives all the instructions and where to get the supplies. And,
that's actually awesome.
yeah, so I would think a fair amount.
You're really helping the discipline, like. Think how many people you've saved from heat stroke, Don.
That's right.
Well, but it's also useful in giving you a consistent lighting around the
Yeah,
fossil.
if we were out there, we couldn't. It would be really hard to see this stuff.
Yeah, the glare
harsh, yeah.
and dark shadows. You know, this more even lighting is really beneficial.
Oh yeah.
But today, even though the high is only supposed to be only 99, if we were out laying on the ground out there, it'd probably be like 120 or something. And just getting baked in the sun. So. Yeah, B.J. Nichols called me an evangelist for shade.
Just a shady guy, Don.
Always, you know, when there's a picture on Facebook or something, you're like, oh no. Usually it's good, but sometimes if they have a colored tarp, then it's, they need to put a Don DeBlue trigger warning, because I'll be like, no!
Yeah. What do you think of brown tarps, though? I know blue is
yeah, you
don't want gray. You want color at all.
Yeah.
Gray, white.
Well, brown would also
black.
heat up a lot in the sun, so it absorb a lot
black
of it.
sometimes, but I think
Does it get super hot?
Yeah. But yeah, the shade is a little darker.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to. You want a neutral color. Anything colored's gonna.
Blue's awful.
Blue color tarp. Yeah,
what about beige? Like a light tan?
It might not be so bad.
Yeah, but you want you have white tarps, so why
Yeah.
do anything but what's probably the best thing.
Yeah, and
to
they
use.
probably don't deteriorate in ultraviolet as quickly as they're white.
That makes sense. High albedo, it's reflecting
blue
most
tarps
UV.
disintegrate very quickly.
And there are.
Yeah.
We have used the mesh tarps that are.
Yeah.
They're nice in the wind.
We use those at
If it
MOR.
wasn't as hot as it is now, that mesh would be nice. But
Yeah.
we find just getting this full shade makes it nicer.
Yeah.
This time of year.
Because sometimes it does mess with your eyes a little bit, just having those little pinpricks of light coming through in the mesh.
And we experimented. I did buy some canvas tarps, but they were
Too heavy.
They were too heavy. Yeah. So you probably could get I think what we need is either a slightly more heavy-duty plastic tarp, or
double them up.
or if you had a lighter canvas. Yeah, we could double them up.
I mean, they would make it twice as expensive, but they might last more than twice as long. I don't know.
Yeah. Part of it is, the fabric, and when we get these windstorms, it rips the grommets out.
Yeah.
And these white tarps tend to last much, much longer
Yeah.
other tops. I
That
mean,
makes
they're,
sense. Yeah.
You know, they're not that expensive, and they're way more durable than things you
Back,
buy
yeah.
at the store.
Back in the day, it was hard. They only had a few sizes, but now there's places you can get pretty much any dimension you want.
Yeah. There's like websites where you can get them custom made too, custom sizes, custom shapes sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's much easier to get like Jim was saying, George Callison used to actually get these corners, like especially welded to,
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
now you
you
go on
buy 'em.
sites, you can get all kinds of different configurations.
Yeah. Let's see, we've got some praise for you guys on here. It's so soothing to listen to these guys, treasure troves of knowledge. And what a vibe. I want to be laying down in the dirt with these dudes.
Do you? I need a replacement for Fisher, so it's a little low energy today.
Man, we all are, shoot. Yeah.
Maybe had too many drinks last night.
I think it's just
Residual fatigue.
We were up last night pretty late too.
until like 11.
No, I was up
to
to
7 in the morning.
10, which seemed like felt late for
Some
me.
nice shooting stars last night though.
Yeah, there were some cool ones. I missed the big fireball though. I just like saw a little flash while everybody else was going woo.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that
I
one.
was looking in the wrong direction. But yeah, I don't know. It's also been a week since we've had a day off, so it's
You guys are on day 20 or something?
day 20. Yeah.
20th,
Not that we're counting or anything.
Well, shoot. So that'll be 25.
24, 23, I think.
Yeah.
Today's Sunday, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 22 days.
Yeah. I really liked how we did last year, where I think didn't we take the garages down the night before, so we could take off earlier in the morning?
I think we did do that.
That was really nice. I wouldn't mind doing that again.
Might have. Yeah, I can't quite remember.
We definitely did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I remember.
Yeah.
I've got photos I can show you.
Okay. Oh, that's easy. Just
Because you guys only have to drive up to Salt Lake. You've got to go all the way out into the wilds of Nevada. Stay there for the night.
Where are you going to go?
I got a hotel for the night
Oh,
in Nevada. Rather than drive for 16 hours to get back to
yeah. Is it you drive
San Francisco.
You drive north to I-80 and you take that across?
At a certain point it links up with I-80, yeah,
but
right
you
by
have a
Reno.
diagonal.
Yeah. Up through Ely, Nevada.
Oh, right.
Even though it's spelled like
You head out
Eli,
like,
it's Ely.
you're like Delta, you know what that means?
Yeah.
Route 6.
Yep.
Loneliest highway in America.
Yep. Yeah.
Careful, there's strange people out there.
It's the West. There's strange people everywhere. Although I guess it's the East from my
Could be
perspective, from San Francisco.
a high rate of UFO abductions out there. We probably don't want to go there.
I wouldn't mind abducting some UFOs at some point.
Yeah, let's take you up. I need to do Paleontologizing.
Welcome to Paleontology. Your cosmic explorer, Dan Doozy.
I love it when Christopher Wolf was on, the Tonight Show,
Uh-huh.
for discovering, Zuniceratops.
Oh, yeah.
And Jay Leno was like, so what do you want to do? You want to be an archaeologist? And of course he just cringes. He's 8 years old and he's cringing
Uh-huh.
over being called an archaeologist. But then you go, no, I want to be an exopaleontologist. Huh? What's that? Well, study fossils on other planets, say. And my daughter, who's the same age, and we were part of that project,
Uh-huh.
she says, I told him that's what I wanted to do. He stole my thing. He stole my line on the Tonight Show, dang it.
Well, when you get on the Tonight Show, you can use it.
I just thought that was very cute.
Oh, and Wild Lucas. I'm not sure we have any evidence of dinosaurs from South Alaska, do we? From when that was isolated?
Yeah, down at Fairbanks.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah, they found a floating blowed hadrosaur
Okay.
some years
From some
back.
marine sediments?
Yeah.
That's a clue as to what was living out there.
Fairbanks is itself.
Well, not way, not down the.
Yeah, not in the Aleutian.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Beth, kind of, sort of, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. What would be a good database for somebody to look at if they want to know which dinosaurs lived in a particular area? Like, I guess you'd look at the paleobiology database.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's, what's the one that Andy Parkey started?
I don't
He
know.
started a big digital database.
Yeah.
Is it just paleontology? It's pretty simple name.
Huh.
But he's really got a lot of data.
Yeah. But yeah, check out, I think it's pbdb.org.
PaleoDB.org, right?
Is it paleo?
DB?
Paleodb.org?
Mostly.
Just Google paleobiology database, and it'll pop right up. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, paleobiodb.org. Thank you, Claire Burr. Good to have you here. Yeah, I guess I have a command for that, or maybe Claire made it. Thanks, Claire. Urgh. Let's see.
Cool. Thank you very, very much.
You bet.
Forced to break one of Jim's 10 Commandments.
What's that?
Thou shalt not dig narrow trenches.
Oh no.
Well,
You gotta go between.
yeah, I know. You got to cut things through sometimes. I know that. I did this with this thing on the wall. Instead of going 2 feet back on the wall.
And let's see here. Thagomizer says, it seems like hadrosaurs are the ungulates of dinosaurs. They turn up in all sorts of places, even ones you wouldn't expect. Yeah,
Cows of the Cretaceous.
that's I like that analogy.
Oh no.
Something else?
Bone in your trench?
But luckily I didn't destroy it.
Yeah.
That's always good.
Yeah. It's pristine. Peeked its little head out before I discover marked it. Now what do I do?
Oh shoot, yeah. Not ideal.
I mean, this thing I'm not worried about. It looks like just a shard of bone, broken bone.
That might turn into something, yeah.
You might have to roll your bone over the top of it. Maybe that we got to go this one first. In reverse order of the plan.
Actually, that one is probably. Well, I've got.
I can drill through here,
I have this one little, really small little thing there. I'm gonna try to.
Oh, and obscene darling, I've got a Sony Action Cam, an older one as the camera. And it's only overheated once so far, which is nice. Once or twice, same stream. Oh, Torvo Phil, how you doing, Phil? Danny, see the Dinosauria book, which lists all the localities worldwide and their fauna list.
Pretty out of date.
Oh yeah, that's got to be what, almost 20 years?
2004 is probably
Yeah,
database by 2002.
yeah.
When it was.
More than 20 years out of date at this point,
Yeah.
but it is a cool resource. but definitely not current. Paleobiology database online gets updated all the time. Yeah. And Phil wants to know what Justin is up to. He's driving right now. Yeah, he left this morning. He had some family stuff to attend to, I think. Yeah.
Probably nothing makes that kind of leather-colored bone. It's kind of flat. Brass oil looking, so that's wrong. You could try to.
Certainly like that little theropod tibia. Yeah. Let's see.
Jeez. Phil, cool it with the punctuation. We don't need 40 question marks. Who's in the white shirt working next to Ethan? That's Ken over there. Yeah.
Our Phil?
Yeah.
40 question marks?
Oh, a few. I'm not going to count them, but looks like 20.
Is that Mr. Policelli?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Hey, Val.
Hope things are going well up there in Salt Lake. Back in civilization, where there's air conditioning and ice cream and flush toilets. Yeah. Oh, and thank you, Joshua Sweet. They say here are some bits. You can go get some dino nuggets. Thank you for the 500 bits.
I think we're all tired of dino nuggets at this point.
Especially if we're vegetarian. But I appreciate that. Is very sweet of you. Thank you, Joshua Sweet. You're living up to your name, as usual. Yeah. Yeah. Curly Town says, where are you? I'm right here. You can see me, right? We're somewhere near Moab, Utah right now. Out in the,
South of the I-70 interstate.
yeah. Well, I wasn't going to be that specific, but
Well,
that's
it's
okay.
still not very. Across half the state.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. But yeah. Anyway, we're out in the desert of eastern Utah right now. There should be a thing at the top of the screen, like up here maybe? We'll say it. But I guess it's too faint, you know? I tried to make it unobtrusive and unobnoxious, but maybe I did too good a job of that. People are missing it. Or maybe people just don't like to read. Maybe both.
There's a lot going on that screen sometimes.
Cool. Well, and you're in the East Bay. Oh, that's where I'm from, Curlicktown. Very nice. Cool. Hope things are cooler there than they are here. Because I'm going to be back home in, what, 5 days? Something like that.
Let's see, can you pass me the thin blue? Right there. Thick. Oh, here's somebody here. So. Where you put it? Thick. Thin.
Oh, Curlictown says, I major in geology and I'm very fascinated in this line of work. Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Paleontologizing. Yeah. So when you say dinosaur nuggets, do you mean coprolites? That's a good question.
You know, some of those are vegetarian
We get lots of little.
pellets.
There you go. I could eat those.
We get bone nuggets. That's what we're talking.
Yeah.
But the dino nuggets, yeah, I think they're little chicken
There's a
nuggets.
piece of dinosaur bone right there with characteristic bone texture action on the non-surface part from the interior of the bone. Water on this, I think. And Beats International says, do you have to set aside the last day / afternoon to fill back the dig site before you leave? Yep, basically. Maybe not the last afternoon, but the last hour or so.
Cover the bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can make sure they're still here when we get back next year.
Yeah, some years we've had fewer things to work on at the end, so we actually had a more relaxed schedule at the end to get everything going. But, I mean, worst comes to worst, we'll cap some things and leave them in place for fine next year. We did that last year. We had a few things on this day.
Thank you for being here again, Blake. Appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. And do we tarp them too? I mean, I don't think we'll tarp the stuff here, right? Because any tarps that we have...
Yeah, we tend to put a little burlap over so we can find, but tarping them will just cause the moisture to stay in.
Yeah.
So it's better.
Yeah, then you end up with freeze-thaw because you pull the water.
Also, we don't want to ruin any tarps that way. Like,
well,
yeah, we could.
if
it worked, we would
use the throwaway tarps that had their day.
But most of them have holes in them anyway, so like.
Yeah, it's better to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crystal Geyser, we'd actually buy tarps, canvas tarps cover.
Oh yeah.
Because we stake them up above and then down below and cover it so condensation will go up and then run off the quarry.
Smart. Yeah.
But vermin would find their way in and nest in a little habitat.
Stick the pallet back in the hole. A rainstorm or two and no one will know. You gotta remember to cover up, bring a shovel and cover up those pellets that are sticking out over.
Yeah.
This is indeed an important site, Jody Fish. Shoot, we've got at least 2 new species of dinosaur coming out of here. Probably more.
Well, we've already named 2 new species.
Yeah.
We have more to come.
It's Mierosaurus and Yurgavucha.
Yep.
Ankylosaur.
Yeah, my top priority is naming the Ankylosaur.
Yeah. Do you have enough material to be able to diagnose it?
Oh, easy. We got
Yeah.
almost every single element.
Oh, nice. From right over there?
Oh, down there.
Down there, okay. Cool. So not from Jim's place, but from a different hole.
Yeah, it's Don's place.
Don's place, okay.
You know, a place across the road, the bend.
Uh-huh.
But the whole type animals probably stretched across the whole area.
Huh.
Then there's about a half-size animal to confuse things, but since it's half as big,
Uh-huh.
you know, scaling, you can say, okay, the big stuff goes to the holotype. The half-size stuff is a paratype animal.
You think from the same taxon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got a giant one I'm going to name from over by Green River
Oh, yeah.
in the Suarez site. Gamera.
It's going to be a great name.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Better not say it, someone might take it. And you can do Eogamera,
I know that's what happened with Ultrasaurus.
Megagamera,
Megagamera.
Titanogamera.
Megagamera pelta. And geologically, what era? The Mesozoic era, Kerlick Town. The earliest Cretaceous, lower yellow cat member of the Cedar Mountain
Water
Formation.
around it. They're softer. I don't know, maybe it's not looking more toey than.
Yeah, it looks
It's
phalanxy.
kind of widening out up here,
It's
yeah.
hard to say.
Looks like an upside down phalanx.
That'd be hard
This
to walk.
part does kind of look vertebral.
If you can go and look around this, I could probably sooner and pop it out before we go. What, 4 days?
Oh yeah, you better get that out by tomorrow morning.
Yeah. We gotta get moving.
Get some water on there.
Yeah, okay.
We get Ethan over here.
Fisher, you got sloths on your socks.
I do, yeah.
I know earlier I looked
That's pretty
over
cool.
and I saw like this face looking at me and I was like, oh.
Where's my little Xenarthra brush?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've been using it.
Okay. Yeah, I think, is that it there?
No, that's the blue
Okay,
brush.
well, it's just a silly little joke anyway, so it's not that important, but...
Fisher's brushes. And
Do you want to walk in front of the camera, show off your sloth socks?
I mean, is there enough room for me to...
Yeah.
Okay, sure. There.
That's pretty cool. Thank you, Fisher. Yeah, Fisher's a mammal guy. Oh, yeah.
Slumming with the dinosaurs.
I know. Aren't any interesting mammals this early on?
What do you mean? It's a Phelodon. I mean, we got the
There are
ties
plenty
to
of interesting
Gondwanatheres in Utah.
Yeah. I'm just being a dinosaur chauvinist.
Well, we had gliding mammals or mammal relatives in the Jurassic. We had aquatic mammal relatives in the Jurassic. They're quite diverse already. Obligate, fossorial stuff.
Obligate fossorial.
What?
I mean, you can't put them up in the air. They don't do very well. Gotta be on the ground. And in the ground.
Water on here too.
from narrow trenches, the rock doesn't want to break. Indicated.
Yeah, this is way cool.
This is when we need that little handheld.
Yeah, everything in here is an unidentified fossilized object until we identify it.
That worked out. Even that much coming out is still trimmed right under there.
This is slow going. Ugh.
You wanted easy digging, you should work on Cenozoic mammals.
What's that?
You want easy dig and do Cenozoic mammals.
There you go.
You don't have to dig, you just walk around and pick them up.
Did you say they did that in the Fayoum?
Yeah, some of the main site we worked was actually a lot like this.
Really?
Green lacustrine mud. But they did have some big unconsolidated river channels where they would just kind of lag out over the year. We would actually sweep, and then when the wind blew for the next year, the fossils would just rise to the surface essentially.
That sounds like a dream.
Wind harvesting. There's
Yeah.
a number of different places that do that. I have actually seen places where they actually use like a leaf blower
Uh-huh. Jeez. Must be nice.
and blow it away. But I think letting it happen for the year helps to really
Yeah.
let them get nice and consolidated and solid. Consolidated. Doing the solid. and
Impressively wet.
Yeah, that L41, the green mud one, was like 15% sodium chloride, so it definitely did not like moisture.
Did it self-seal like smectite does? You know, after natural exposures got wet, it would just kind of dissolve and just block water from going any further.
Maybe. It was mainly just if you left the fossil sitting around and got a damp morning or something, it would start to blow up. I think when they first brought fossils back, they didn't realize like how salty it was. They'd open the case and there was all these crystals that growing around on the thing.
Jeez.
Of course, bringing in some of them to Durham, North Carolina. Not the driest place in the world.
No.
All right. Heck, if this is a bone pebble, it's from the Morrison. It's totally pebble.
Uh-huh.
Pachyderm.
That looks pretty churty. What do you think?
Well, yeah, it's never got anything in Cedar, lower Cedar Mountain like that.
Right. Pretty churty.
Doesn't look like bone? No.
That's chert, but it. That may be there until next year.
Yeah.
So the formation we're working in right now, the Cedar Mountain Formation, is the very beginning of the Cretaceous. And it overlies the Morrison Formation, late Jurassic. Get all of those famous dinosaurs like Stegosaurus and Diplodocus and Allosaurus. So, yeah, these rocks were being formed in the early Cretaceous after the Morrison Formation rocks had already been laid down. But occasionally, I guess you'll get little pebbles of bone from the Morrison that were tumbling around at this time, and then they get buried in these Cedar Mountain Formation rocks, which is...
And we get pebbles
Yeah.
of Paleozoic fossils that are being into the Morrison and then recycled into here.
Right. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I remember reading somewhere once about how, like, oh yeah, sauropod dinosaurs, they ingested these gastroliths, and sometimes they go and ingest pieces of, like, Paleozoic coral and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, they'd be in chert,
Yeah.
chunks, so it's just like any other rock.
Yeah. Have you got an opinion on sauropod gastroliths, Jim?
I think they're mixing stones. I mean, we've got them in rib cages.
Yeah.
But we don't have tons of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, when they've done studies,
Uh-huh.
and they've basically shown if you feed an ostrich polished stones on a rock tumbler,
Uh-huh.
they get dull. They don't stay shiny, they actually dull.
Interesting.
That's because they're grinding the rock on itself.
Uh-huh.
But if you have mixing stones in their big vat, maybe multi-chambered stomach still,
Uh-huh.
basically the phytoliths, the little particles of silica in the plants, could succeed in polishing them.
Huh.
So they're...
Has that been tested?
Not to the degree it should be. But, and that wouldn't be that hard to do, but you could do it with a rock tumbler.
Sure.
You put a polish on the stones, smooth stones, with plant phytoliths. So it's pretty straightforward. Man, you want to do me a favor, Don? Get this one out. Oh, man. That means I can get more rock on here. Yeah.
Central pivot rock swallowing apparatus. I like that, Brandington. Talking about the central pivot irrigation and sauropod, like diplodocid necks.
Yeah. Probably pretty efficient.
Yeah.
That'd be cute.
So, Don, is this a bone right here?
Yeah, that was that little
It's looking more and more like a phalanx.
kind of really delicate looking thing.
That'd be cool. Charismatic little bone.
Yeah, luckily it's just, looks relatively isolated from anything else. And
Yeah.
has plenty of space around it, so it's not going to be a hassle to get out. Unlike many of these other neighborhoods.
Jim, have you ever worked a site where somebody else is in charge and they just dig straight through the ribs because they don't want to collect them?
No, not with any crews I've been a part of.
Yeah.
It's all secondhand knowledge. I've heard people tell me, "Oh, I work with X,
You don't have to name any names.
and they do this." Yeah, I work X.
Uh-huh.
Notorious. But not any digs that I've been involved with. I mean, there were folks that had techniques that were questionable, like not using plaster jackets because it was too long to walk
Oh
to
boy.
carry them. So they just, used super glue, zip kicker, and took the bones out in sections and then put them back together in the lab.
I think you'd lose a lot of chunks that way.
Oh, it's frowned on. But, indeed, people do things because they don't want to do the work. When you get my age, you kind of understand it more.
We do have a nice site here. We can drive right up, put the bones in the truck.
Yeah, it's a little trickier than some sites, but it's so easy to get to. You can pull right in.
Tricky excavation. We don't have to carry them far.
No, and it's a giant site. My grandkids could end up working here if they're into it.
Do you think they'll want to?
I doubt it.
Somebody's grandkids.
Yeah. But this is a huge site. And hopefully it'll receive some special protection eventually. As a number of sites in this area.
It's a wood fragment, but it's got that gray look to it, similar to some haircut stuff.
Yeah, we can,
A little zippy on it. Over here, or
let's see, there's teepee there. I think we're at gypsomas. Yep.
Will be out of gypsonas for the season?
no,
Okay.
we just use that one. No, we got one there.
Cool.
Just got a new gypsona shipment. I was telling you how in the 4 years since we'd ordered them last time, they were the exact same price. I was like, that's the only item on the planet that has not gone up in price.
Yep. Well, no, that and Costco hot dogs.
Oh. Pizza.
Did you ever see that thing where the CEO of or owner of Costco, I don't know, like the guy, the family, Costco family or whatever, he was talking to some other executive and they're like, yeah, we really need to raise the price of the hot dogs. And he's like, if you raise the price of those hot dogs by 1 cent, I will kill you. He was like really, really adamant that they should only be $1.59 or whatever they are for their until the end of time.
They just made them half the size.
So using cheaper kinds of meat or something.
Well, the funny thing was they were the exact same price, and we kind of get them wholesale, so they're like quite a bit cheaper. Like
The gypsonas?
$17 for a case, but the
Yeah.
MSRP is like $60. But when I said the ones between the after 4 years, the price had not gone up, but the MSRP suggested price had gone up by like 20%.
Yep. Well, it's a
So
medical
it's a
supply.
medical supply, so
It has to be obscenely
we're
expensive in the United States.
Yeah. So I'm sure if you use one of these, let's see, one of these, $16 for a case of them, so they're like $1 each. But if I use this on your arm in the hospital, it'll probably be $250.
Oh boy. What a great system that is.
Let's not go there.
Though they were very nice, and I was only ordering a few cases, which...
Well, we're glad they haven't gone up in price. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Certainly the best thing for small jackets.
Yeah.
And I decided to buy enough that I will probably never have to order them again for my job. The last one lasted for 4 years. And I bought more so that they won't have to, even though they were really nice to deal with.
I might be able to.
Probably it's just a rib chunk.
You
It
got
had
more
that
of it going
color,
in?
yeah.
Or- Piece.
This is a piece
Nice pick from this side.
of plant.
That's
That's pretty much not anything too amazing,
And we'll go right along the side here, and also it'll be cheap going in.
Brennington says, any hand material from any sort of early diverging coelurosaurs? Anything from a Falcarius type dinosaur? I mean, Falcarius is one of the earliest ones we got.
Well,
really.
we have part of a big pterosaur. I mean, not giant, but pretty big and bigger than Falcarius for sure. In here, we're very likely to do.
Any-
We got two that's pretty diagnostic.
Any hand material from it?
Not yet.
up in here.
Pelvis and the tooth. But this one would be the oldest in North America.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
We got something like in this member, the different fauna levels, like 4 different kinds of those dinosaurs.
4 different therizinosaurs. Wow. Huh. Pretty exciting.
They probably went extinct in North America.
Uh-huh.
Got reintroduced in the late Cretaceous.
Yeah, which therizinosaurs do we have in North America from the late Cretaceous?
Eltronicus.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And it's
keep-
definitely got much closer ties to Asian
I
things.
keep thinking of like the Zuniceratops fauna as being early Cretaceous, but that's not the case.
That's
There's
Coronian.
dinosaur tracks in the Campanian of Alaska. Or Maastrichtian of Alaska.
Are
Sure.
they therizinosaur, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's one I think Prince Creek was.
I don't know if you could hear that chat, but Ethan was saying that there's potential therizinosaur tracks from the late Cretaceous of Alaska. Campanian, you said?
Campanian or Maastrichtian.
Or Maastrichtian?
Prince Creek Formation, which I think is earlier middle Maastrichtian or something like that.
That's where they've got that giant troodontid too, right?
Yeah, Tyrannosaurus Hyrochum,
Uh-huh.
Ugrunalic, and Nanoxaurus.
Bless you.
I don't know. All I know is someone else said.
But no therizinosaur from the Lance or the Hell Creek or Northhorn or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were. Maybe they
Yeah, very
Yeah.
weird distribution. But when you look at the family trees, Nothronicus is tied to the Asian ones.
Uh-huh.
Falcarius is, and its kin seem to be really primitive.
Huh.
And they might have had their connection to Asia through Europe.
Huh.
And there's a thing called Pico Solaris. They have half of cervical vertebra. And to me, it looks like a little dinosaur.
That would be interesting. First one from Europe.
But other people think it's Caning Nathan Oviraptor,
Uh-huh.
which is somewhat close to Therizinosaurs in some ways.
Therizinosaurs are Maniraptorans, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But Oviraptorus, they are also, right? They're Maniraptorans?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, Brennington, there's eggs of a humongous, like Gigantoraptor-sized Oviraptorosaur from Idaho, I want to say.
Oh,
Is it from Utah?
they got eggs, mustn't touch it.
Oh, okay, it's Utah.
Yeah, but they also have them in the weigh-ins. Eggs, they represent them. But skeletal remains, as well as nests,
Right.
are known in the mustn't touch, the top unit of the Cedar Mountain.
Is it the YN formation of
Idaho.
Montana or Idaho?
Idaho.
Idaho. Okay.
Yeah, they got big eggs though.
Uh huh.
Same kind. And the weigh-in's about the same age as the mustn't touch. So, yeah.
It's the same one that.
If not the same fauna, very similar.
Yeah. Cool.
Showing Asian immigration.
The YN formation of Idaho is the same as. That's where Eryctodromius is from, the new state dinosaur of Idaho. And we talked all about that a few months ago. L.J. Krubenacker was leading the charge to make that the official Idaho state dinosaur.
And it's the only dinosaur that's diagnosable.
Yeah, so far the only named dinosaur. Although he's got an ankylosaur out there too. Has he talked to you about that?
Yeah, he's working on it with Ken Carpenter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's wanting us to prep it and stuff. And it's like, we have just too many things.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to raise funds to hire an intern, I think, to prep it. And I'm not sure how that went. And a truck horn. Thank you for that gift sub there. That's beautiful. Yeah. And Trixmont says, is it true that there are no complete dinosaur skeletons of original fossils? No, that's completely false.
Yeah.
We've got so many, like, 100% complete dinosaur skeletons. They tend to be of smaller dinosaurs, because the smaller you are, the easier it is to preserve your whole body. But there's even some...
We have sauropods that are totally articulated.
Yeah. I don't know how that... I guess that might come from that, like, oh, dinosaurs aren't real meme that people are spreading around. Like, they've never found a complete dinosaur? We've found plenty of complete dinosaurs. I mean, they're not the most common. It's pretty rare to find a complete dinosaur, but, that doesn't mean that there aren't thousands of them. Most dinosaurs are incomplete when you find them, but I don't know.
But then you got a site like this.
Uh-huh.
This actually might be yours, guys. This site, even though these animals, some are partially articulated, but we have, complete growth series for little ones. The predominant are the little ones.
Uh-huh.
They're quite big animals, like some of these bones. So we'll be able to just reconstruct the whole family structure or growth history.
That's awesome.
Ontogeny. We'll know a lot about these animals.
Yeah. So this iguanodont here, how much do you think we have represented of the skeleton so far? Percentage-wise, just rough number.
90%.
90%. Holy cow.
Yeah, I mean we got a lot of skull material. We got a lot of material.
And I thought you were gonna say like 30.
Oh no.
That's awesome.
We have like that kind of percentage of small animals and big ones.
Uh-huh. If you were to have it histologically sectioned, who do you think you'd send it to?
A lot of it's already been done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's probably... How many elements you think have been sectioned? Don, since you molded them all?
10 or 12, something like that.
Nice.
And these biggest bones, though, haven't been done yet.
Uh-huh.
We have, like, really small... we got femurs this long.
Uh-huh.
And of course, we got them this long.
Yeah.
And they've been done to about that size, tibias, and so you get that kind of growth series.
Nice.
Now we need to go all the way to the biggest ones.
Yeah.
And we're going to work out the whole growth series of it.
Can I ask who was doing the histo?
Kat Sarton was doing it. She's had to take a break, unfortunately, so hopefully she can get back to it.
Yeah. It's important stuff.
The material, all the histo slides are actually talking to natural history. So they're all, the slides are all archived.
Nice.
So if she doesn't get back to it, someone can build upon what she already did.
Nice.
With Don's help.
Yeah.
Don did a lot of work on that.
Did you actually make the slides, Don, or something?
No, but we had to mold and cast all the bones that were going to be there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So for anybody watching at home who's wondering what we're talking about, if you want to figure out how many years a dinosaur was alive before it died, an individual dinosaur, you want to figure out how mature it was, you do something we call a histological sampling. So you take one of the limb bones, and then you cut it, so you cut a section out of it, and then you grind it down until it's thin enough to be able to shine light through it, so you can put it on a microscope slide, and you can basically count the growth rings, kind of like you do on like a tree stump. We're grossly oversimplifying here, but yeah. But in order to do that, you gotta, when you take that chunk out of the middle of the bone, you know, you want to be able to still study the gross morphology of the bone. And so when you take that chunk out, you make a cast of it, an exact copy. Then you stick it back in where the original part was, and you glue it and you paint it. Sometimes you don't paint it. I guess it depends.
Yeah, we usually don't want to match perfect. You want to know where it was.
Yeah. I do know some people who have done some stealth histo before.
Oh, yeah.
So they did want to make sure that it looked exactly like the original. But we wouldn't do anything like that here, of course. If there are any collections managers watching.
Well, and to do this, you know, this is from Bureau of Land Management land.
Yeah.
And to do histologic studies, you have to get permission
Yeah.
from the Bureau of Land Management.
Uh-huh.
So if they say no, no.
Shoot. Oh, we got a big old raid. Holy cow. J. Marianne, thank you for joining us. Hope you had a great stream. Hello to you and your 96 raiders. Welcome to Paleontologizing. Welcome to Eastern Utah. Welcome to a live dinosaur dig. Let me know if you've got any questions.
Breezy, Eastern Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, hot, and windy Eastern Utah. Yeah. And Mari raid. Yeah, thank you, Mari. Bringing everybody here. Tell me about your stream. How did it go? I'm digging with Utah State paleontologist Don DeBlue and Jim Kirkland here. And we've got what'll almost certainly be a new species of iguanodont dinosaur. A little bit like iguanodon, if you're familiar with that critter, but much earlier. This guy's what, like 20 million years older than iguanodon?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now the ants come out.
Yeah, that's cooling down a bit.
They're everywhere now.
Keep you on your toes.
Yep.
If they crawl in and they crawl out. Big rocks into small rocks is not always that easy.
In fact, it's considered a punishment in some cultures around the world. Yeah. Rivers Vegan wants to know if there were a lot of insects back in dinosaur times.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I would argue more than today, at least by in terms of sheer numbers. It's kind of crazy, like, how few flies I'll see on the front of my car nowadays. It's actually kind of distressing. After a road trip. But anyway, yeah, insects were all over the place. You could make an argument that it wasn't the age of dinosaurs, it was the age of insects, and it still is today.
I think you're saying from.
But yeah. And how much more time do we have on this dig? 3 more days of digging after today.
And we have got to fly.
Yeah.
No more lunch breaks.
No more sleeping.
Get up
Only
and
dig.
You'll dig here fast. Hopefully after 140 million years, some of them have to wait another year.
Let's see. Oh, and they weren't 6-foot dragonflies, but they were dragonflies with like a 3-foot wingspan back in the Carboniferous period. Would that be the Mississippian or the Pennsylvanian?
Pennsylvania, yeah.
Okay.
The big ones went up into the Permian, but
Okay.
maybe not quite that.
So that's a long time before the first dinosaurs. So, yeah. About the time you've got dinosaurs, insects are they're roughly the same size as they are today. In most groups. Some might be bigger, some might be smaller. But, yeah, the age of crazy giant insects and other arthropods was, that's before the dinosaurs.
Yeah, the giant millipedes, 8 foot long.
Yeah.
1.5 foot across. Heavily armored.
Spiders the size of a
They were
medium-sized dog.
the sauropods of the Mississippian, the largest herbivores.
Yeah, like Arthropleura.
Yeah.
Cool critters. Right, says all the rocks where I live are from the Pennsylvanian. Yeah, that'd be the Pennsylvanian period of the Paleozoic era. I'm being overly didactic here, but we like to be precise. And this wind.
Good, spinning fast. They're wondering why we look up. It's because we're waiting to get clocked in the head with a piece of conduit.
Steel pipe to the noggin. Are these aluminum?
Yeah.
An aluminum pipe to the noggin.
Electrical conduit.
And Dorkalotl, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah.
They're probably galvanized steel.
Yeah, actually they may be. We had aluminum we used fruit of. But I'm not sure where he's getting them. That's all the work was going to be done by at the airport. They could weld aluminum.
Stretch those legs. Blues Traveler wants to know what time we wake up and what time we start digging. Oh, we don't sleep. It's 24/7 here. No, I'm just kidding. We get up at around... I woke up at 7:30 this morning, or got out of my tent at 7:30 this morning. And then...
7 and 8.
And my alarm goes off at
Here.
6, but
Yeah.
Get out
You're
here.
gonna roll out about the same time.
Get
I'm
out here
doing
at
things,
9.
Yeah.
in the tent.
We'll start digging around, yeah, around 9. Maybe a little earlier. Maybe a little later. Yeah. Dorkalottle's waiting for their dig season to open back up. Very nice. Down there in Florida. We've got a viewer who is working on a Gomphotheer dig.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked on an elephant in Florida,
Yeah?
30 feet underwater.
That's Mammuthus primigenius?
Yes.
Yeah.
Clovis site.
30 feet underwater. Shoot.
Fisher hated that.
Well, he would have loved the mammal part.
Yeah. At least it's a meme.
You wouldn't don a scuba suit and think of a dinosaur? I don't know if anybody's ever done that. It's just not a thing. Man, that wind. That one tarp over there sounds like it's tearing, but it's not. It's just the way the corner is whipping against the rest of it. Makes it sound like tearing. Makes me nervous.
Fisher, more bone.
Yay!
No. Not yay. Love extra work. Nice.
Wild Lucas wants to know, do we know how deep the pelagic Pacific Ocean and the Cretaceous really was? I mean,
Probably a similar depth.
yeah, no reason to think it'd be any much different, right?
There were trenches. The trenches were deeper. There were oceanic ridges. Just configuration was different.
Yeah. Do we know about how old the Marianas Trench is? Is that where it's rifting?
No, that's where it's subducting.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, shoot. The rift zone would be the Ring of Fire. That's where you've got island chains and stuff.
No, that's
The Atlantic is
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Fire is
yeah. Because when it subducts,
Yeah.
subsiding.
it's bringing water down with the material getting into this very hot part of the earth, and the water makes the rock melt at a lower temperature,
Right.
and then
That's why you have that volcanism.
you get explosive volcanism.
Yeah.
But the rifts, the volcanoes, and hotspots much more gentle.
I know this stuff. I'm just not firing on all cylinders today.
You say that windy places have higher suicide rates. I don't know why.
No, yeah. No, really?
Can't take it anymore. Make it stop. There's one way we can make it stop.
It's a burrow underground.
Approaching TOS violation. And then you can actually spot on that.
Yeah, trigger warning. Burrowing. Oh, DK79 Jim wants to know your opinion on the Star Trek musical.
I have not seen it because I have been out here.
Oh, is it new?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Strange New World did a musical episode apparently,
Wow.
but I'm out here, so I haven't seen it.
But Jim loves musicals, so. And
Wild Lucas. I don't know if we really. have a good sense for whether mosasaurs were like littoral, you know, like shallow coastal waters, or whether they also were pelagic.
There are some big open ocean pelagic ones.
Yeah.
But they've also found them up rivers in Europe.
Huh.
So, you know, different taxa.
Uh-huh.
But there were some big, I mean, you know, 50-foot Tylosaurus.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, do we have pelagic sediments, like deep ocean
there's
strata
some,
anywhere?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's Jurassic deep ocean sediment slowly getting ready to be subducted over on the west side of the Pacific.
Huh.
It's the oldest oceanic crust left.
I mean, do we have fossils from that?
Well, it's hard to fossil hunt that stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Plankton.
You could do core sampling. Yeah. Because that's the thing, is that, like, you know, really deep water creatures are hard to
Like breathe oxygen.
to fossilize. Yeah.
To get deep, like with some whales and seals,
Yeah.
is pretty specialized.
Well, ichthyosaurs are.
Yeah, with their
People say
eyes,
they were
you
doing
can
that,
just
yeah.
tell with their giant eyes. So
Yeah.
they were probably making use of that kind of behavior. Last piece of the puzzle.
Stretch my legs without kicking Fisher.
Remaking my omelet here.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that tunneling under these, the connection between those two might be the way to go.
This is a drastic measure.
Oh, they're touching.
Yeah.
And just hack through it. You know, jack it right up, and then, you know, when you roll, kind of pull it apart. Yes. Oh, Fisher, you're young. You're flexible. You're as old and stiff as I am.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Gee, I can't wait.
I think it's
keep
not,
that.
it's just closeness, it's also...
Please be careful.
So that little thing over here, so I think that could be... So I would do it, but
Masking tape? I threw it at your
Yeah, I
legs.
thought
Oh,
they
it's over
had-
there by you, by the green knee pad.
Oh, right! I was just testing you guys.
Cool. Did we pass?
Yeah.
Scoot that a little bit this way.
Ouch.
Oh, and MLS says, what do our paleontologist friends here do when they're not in the field? Do they live in the area?
Think about it.
What's that?
Think about it. We dream about
Some of
Yeah.
us.
We pine for the field when we're not in it.
You gotta write manuscripts.
Yeah. And work on getting papers published, doing work in the laboratory. I do science outreach 5 days a week when I'm back home. Art and illustrations and 3D modeling and 3D printing. Yeah.
You live in the state, but none of us live in the area
Yeah.
as well.
So Ethan and Jim and Don live up in the kind of like Salt Lake area. Salt Lake City, Utah. Fisher here is from Ohio. Or was it Greece?
Athens, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
I'm a student at Ohio University. I work in Patrick O'Connor's lab as a digital preparator. So
A digital preparator.
yeah, so working with CT scans and stuff to make 3D models of fossils.
The ones you want.
Now that's the future there, Fisher.
Yeah.
Someday we're not even going to have to dig anymore. Just
Oh,
use some
yeah.
ground penetrating radar, and
But we may not need to prep as much.
that would be cool actually. You just CT scan the jackets.
Yeah, Bardown says, yeah, they're just putting their jackets from Mongolia through the machine and doing everything without even opening the jackets. And sending the jackets back to Mongolia.
That'd be pretty cool actually. Just disband the TSA and use those machines for for jacket scanning.
Got my two halves back together.
Nice.
Nice.
Better halves.
So what is it?
One big vertebra and one smaller vertebra.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big century. There's a small one. That's it.
Oh, that's a beautiful little phalanx. Yeah, looks like it. Pretty yummy. It's got such a big old tilus in there, though. That's cool. Weird.
It's kind of a funky shape.
It is a weird shape, isn't it?
Could it be a centrum? Caudal
It's
centrum?
got a big old tilus in there. A big old cup.
Yeah, we were thinking centrum.
First guess.
I wanted it to be a phalanx.
It's going to be,
But
Widening out.
yeah, that
a
piece
little
was,
weird.
whoever worked there yesterday afternoon crawdadded through that little bit. But we'll have to make sure it's nice and deep. I had that same issue over here. Took it a little too shallow.
Yeah, so I'm trying to go
Paid
down
the
to
price,
here,
so you
but
can
just
see
getting
that.
through this rock is pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah, the stain right there.
Go down to that.
Upstairs.
Okay, well, that's out of there. It only took an extra hour as long as it's been. At least I know it's a cool bone. So I'll just have to stay here an hour longer. Serious hydro excavation.
Yeah, I have to pound through this stuff.
Hydraulic excavation. Yeah, even some of that you just let it sit overnight too, like that.
I would have liked to get a gypsum.
Dusto Knot, how you doing? And thank you, DJ K-Pop Girl. Thank you for the raid. How's it going? Good to have you here. How did your stream go? Yeah.
Yeah, Don, I'm figuring maybe we have to go through there, underneath, between the verts instead of going down.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Dig a channel.
Channel, yes.
Tunnel. Crawdad.
A chunder tunnel.
Making some
Because
decent
the,
progress.
Oh no.
So this was, what you can see there is,
Hey, Alex Vixen, how you doing? Welcome, welcome.
this is where
If anybody's got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. That's what we're here for.
looks like.
Well, we're here to dig dinosaurs, but questions are a
Is it part of it? Is it
But
something
nice
else?
little- nice little bonus.
Like, that ends there. And this, yeah, I don't know.
I figure if we tunnel through and whatnot,
Yeah.
jack it, around it,
More
we're good.
important is to
Get them
this
separate,
one.
yeah.
That guy is. That's the good one.
Get pretty close.
Hitting these bones over here.
Is that a wispy cloud or is that rain over there coming out of that one?
I think it's just whiskey cloud.
Okay.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Let's hope it's not rain.
They said there was like a 1% chance. So that means we're going to get
I
slammed.
mean, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
I like it.
And Hobby Experiment, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah.
Probably that little thinner all would be better for some of that broken up stuff. You know,
What's that?
probably that sharper little ball might be better for that.
Oh, for some of this?
Well, no, for the stuff that you wet.
Oh, like this up top? Yeah.
Yeah.
It generally has been. Yeah.
Oh, that thing looks separate.
What's that?
That little blob does seem to be separate from.
Yep.
I was wondering if I
Thankfully.
link up.
Makes things a little easier on us. Andy then did says, why do birds suddenly appear? Like this song. Yeah, it's because the fossil record of, in like the middle Jurassic of Maniraptor and theropod dinosaurs is pretty slim. Verging on non-existent.
Also, anytime something's very derived, back before it was identifiable, it would just look like everything else, like
Yeah.
whales and...
Oh, you mean like basal members of the family, not too different from
Yeah, from everything else.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we've got things like, shoot, Anchiornis is from the late or middle Jurassic of
It's
China?
like the early, late.
Early, late, okay.
That's close. I mean, that's an important level.
Uh-huh. But I've heard people say, oh yeah, that's a bird. So, yeah. I don't know, it's tricky. We really just need more fossils to get a better understanding of what's going on there and who is what. Oh boy.
So that must be cloudy as a tornado. Not rain, at least. It's a tornado. That's cool.
Luna Seer, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Miss Yvette, thank you for the hydrate. Let me drink some water.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, and Helix Fossil wants to know if the drooping Utahraptor's bottom jaw could have given it a similar diet to Machiocasaurus. It's
hard to say.
Yeah. Utahraptor's a big animal, full grown, and it... I don't know, it's probably a...
In some ways, I think it's for getting the meat off near the bone.
Yeah?
I think there's actually a keratinaceous skid plate under its lower jaw.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What would be a critter with a similar kind of adaptation?
I'm not really sure.
Don't do that, baby. Still.
It hurts. Yeah. Doesn't feel good.
Has that ever happened? Has that ever happened?
I've never heard that. Did you say that? You get stuck?
Yeah.
What's that?
Don't go cross-eyed, you'll get stuck.
Oh, yeah.
You heard that?
Yeah, I've heard
Don't
that.
do that with your eyes, they'll stay that way.
I'll make them
Even
that way.
though the same muscles that move your eyes like constantly all day. The same ones that do that. Adults just got creeped out by kids doing cross-eyed things. I can't do it.
Hey, buddy, you
Yeah.
help me with this?
Okay, time?
Hey, buddy.
I'll try to tunnel under there.
Want to get a few more rocks in there? You want to...
Nah, I think it's...
Hey, can you help a brother out?
Help a bucket out, man.
It's on my bucket list.
Thanks for sure.
When you kneel on a hammer, even with a pillow, it doesn't feel good. News alert.
Alright. Man's got a 6-hour drive to Denver. I'm gonna go get him to his car.
All right,
Oh, yeah,
Ken.
that's right,
Shoot.
Freaking hardcore. He's gonna miss the traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
You're on, man.
Sorry about that.
Cool back,
See you.
Yeah. Very safe.
Man, we got a bunch of huggers around here. Yeah.
Sorry about your face.
Glasses, I gotta get nice and tight.
Ken,
Hey,
pretty good to have you. Okay. Thank you.
he's going up there.
House and
Hey, see you soon.
So strong.
Okay.
Should we? You guys want to break down now, or should we?
Break your side down.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he needs to get moving.
He's not in a terrible rush. I just figured consider it better for.
It's probably like you might as well do those.
Yeah,
We're getting close
Yeah.
to,
Exactly.
we're close to calling it good here.
Wow. Uncanny, Fisher.
My body's starting to feel it.
Yeah.
Fatigue, yeah.
Dazed and confused.
Dazed and confused for so long, it's not true.
Let's sacrifice your body to the fossils.
Never bargained for you. Great Led Zeppelin song.
Oh, eat them.
Yeah.
You give me shut off the boombox. I mean the music.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, that's how I shut it down.
We'll make sure that goes back with us too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we got Grateful Dead Hour on KRCL.
Yeah, I think I might head to the Mesas.
We've got some earplugs for you,
Look at
Fisher.
the Wanalocos.
Fisher loves the Grateful Dead.
Fisher's not grateful for.
He's ungrateful.
My
Jerry
mom
Garcia.
was a born-again Grateful Dead fan, so I was...
Yeah.
I can see recoiling.
Does she have the zeal of the newly converted?
Yeah.
She's on the bus.
I was unconventionally forced to listen to it throughout my childhood.
The force
And my
was not
early
consensual.
adulthood, too. Unconventional Grateful Dead, it's not good.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody. An acquired taste.
KBBL, where's my elephant? Through sand. I got that reference.
Where's my what?
Where's my elephant? That was on The Simpsons. It was like a radio station that had a contest, and the joke prize was it's like $1 million or an elephant.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some water.
Yeah, Stampy.
Yeah,
What?
maybe we get some water in there. That whole item that came up.
It's,
Yeah.
that's good.
Some animals have been mistreated or they had a difficult life, makes them aggressive. Some are just jerks though.
Burrow under. But yeah, you got to figure out.
So, yeah,
One of those
I'm gonna put
things.
those and wrap them up by that. Maybe that. Just trying to get around.
Doesn't Stampy get caught in a tar pit in that episode, or is that a different
I
one?
have no idea, I don't think I've seen that one.
Okay.
Fisher, why you're an expert on such.
Am I?
That's what we heard.
I had, what, 4 box sets as a kid?
Wow.
That's it?
Wow.
Out of like 97 seasons?
That's right. Yeah, I think they are on their 100th season now.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. Can't be everything.
It's gotta be
Gotta
like
be up
40
in-
now.
They gotta be, well, what, early 90s.
1987, I think, was the Tracy Ullman show.
Some crazy stuff.
That was what, 50 years ago? Holy cow. DK79 says, I hope they were the early seasons. I think they were, right, Fisher?
It was 2, 3, 4, and 7.
2, 3, 4, and 7. Those are good ones.
Yeah.
Season 4, arguably the best. And that's the one set that I had on DVD.
Mr. Plow.
That's right.
Yeah.
Argue it's the best. 'Cause it's-
Well, no,
you saw them also.
I got season 1 as like a Christmas present, but we still had the receipt for it. I'm like, I looked up online, like, what is generally agreed to be the best season of The Simpsons? It was season 4, so returned it and got season 4 instead. Trying to do things right. Oh, yeah, Mr. Plow. Call
thought you
Mr.
were a
Plow.
historian, Danny.
That's
Thought
my
you
name.
started
That
somewhere.
name again is Mr. Plow.
Barney becomes a plow king or something. Hey, homie. Yeah, the first thing in the morning.
Was that our commercial? I don't know.
What's his name?
You are fully bonded and licensed by the city, aren't you, Mr. Plow? Shut up, boy. And HD and HB, I'm a paleontologist, and my name is Danny, not David. But thank you for being here.
But sometimes goes by Andy.
Yeah.
That can be your alter ego.
I saw he's also often mistaken for Andy Richter.
Andy Danduza.
I look just like Andy Richter, yeah. We could be twins.
Did we decide who was going to play Danny in the movie?
Yeah, shoot. Yeah, chat, who would play each of us if we were to make a movie about this field season?
What famous actor?
Yeah. Yeah, who would play Fisher?
Michael What is that, Michael Cera? Who's that guy from here?
Michael Cera?
Maybe like a paraplegic dog.
We need an animal sidekick to make it more kid friendly.
Yeah.
It's a Disney movie, you know.
Who would play Fisher?
You could be a Quadamundi that plays basketball.
I'm trying to think of if I've ever scored a point in basketball in my life.
Well, if you played basketball, you'd know that a basket is worth 2 points.
No, he only played long enough to get fouled once. He made one shot. This one was it.
Oh,
Don.
that's Don's.
Still cold. We're getting a little fancy.
Ooh.
Oh, Fisher Chalamet. There you go.
I don't know who that is.
What's his name? Timothy Chalamet?
I'll have to like Google this. I bet they're wonderful.
Here, let me. I've got a phone right here. We've got the internet.
He's one handsome devil, I can tell you that.
There we go. From Dune.
He doesn't really look anything like me.
Yeah, maybe they were referring to me. I don't know.
When you're clean shaven.
Yeah, I haven't been clean shaven since like 2015, which is like 2 years ago now.
Really? You were able to grow a beard when you were 12? That's awesome.
No, honestly, I was. I
Yeah,
started
I think
shaving
you
when I
probably
was
were.
11. No kidding.
You're the kid who was like, hey, can you go buy some booze for us?
No, when I was in high school working at UCMP, people assumed that I was like a graduate student. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not really a student here. And they're like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were a professor. Oh, I'm a high schooler.
People still think I'm in high school.
Really?
Yeah, so I have the opposite problem.
Yeah, then some of us got carded until we were 42 years old.
Well, 45.
Roll a TP somewhere.
Right there.
Getting amongst the pillows and
Stolen Professor Valor. There you go, DK79. Yeah.
What you gonna cap? Oh, you gonna top yours?
no, I was gonna wrap those pieces up.
Oh yeah.
Get them off the top here before they get lost. Yeah, we did kind
Yeah.
tap that guy, that might be easier. This one we can do like the most of it. Pop it off. I don't know, this little bone in between may not be anything important anymore.
Oh.
They're all important. Some of them are just fragments. And
Yeah, we got some. Oh yeah, some bandages there.
Alright, I'm just gonna wrap these pieces.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna probably pop jacket that little rib.
That's not Ethan, that's Fisher right there.
Oh yeah.
So, Fisher giving off Vasquez vibes from Aliens with that bandana.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bright, hot pink.
Do you know what Roseanne's referring to?
No.
Oh, absolutely.
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah, Vasquez is the Latina space marine.
Right. Whatever. She don't take nothing from nobody.
Yeah. That's a good movie. It's interesting that like the totally different genre from the, you know, it's a sequel that's, you know, the genre is completely different from the original. From like horror to like, you know, action, adventure, sci-fi.
Game over, man.
I haven't seen nearly as many movies as I should because
Yeah.
I've become jaded after working in as a part of the film festival in Athens.
Fisher's origin story.
Yeah. I've seen so many like just kind of okay movies that I don't want to see anything that's just okay ever again. And so I'm quite wary when it comes to visual media at this point.
He's a movie snob.
I know it's basically a theater minor.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Huh. Did you act at any plays or anything?
I was more, lighting, sound guy.
Oh, gotcha.
Look at how incompetent I am with anything electronic nowadays. How did I ever do that?
Yeah. Oh, they still need gaffer tape and
I took a lot of
Back
courses.
in the analog days.
painting sets and stuff.
Yep. Taking courses, but
I did a lot of theater in high school. It was a lot of fun.
okay. They had it. They bury it.
Araya says, what's Fisher's at on socials?
I don't have socials. So, nothing?
It's at Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because
Yeah.
Fisher's so into geology.
That's my alt account.
Uh-huh.
Dwayne could play Fisher.
Yeah. And I don't see anything wrong with that portrayal.
See it around there.
Oh, and Jeff Bridges could play Jim Kirkland?
Oh, there you go.
Ah,
That matching
We
hair?
got John Goodman. John Goodman's the guy we came up with.
I think John Goodman, that was ours from last year.
John
when we were doing
Goodman's actually a lot slimmer than me now.
this. He's gotten really
Oh, yeah,
skinny,
he's slimmed down.
like the
Oh,
past
yeah.
year or something.
Well, it could be the actor from any time period. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
could be the modern one.
Wilford Brimley.
I think John Goodman works pretty well. And then who did we say for Don? It was the guy from Law and Order.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot, what's his name? Chad, you know who I'm talking
I can
about.
picture him.
Yeah. The...
Waterhouse?
Oh, is it David Waterhouse? Dave Waterston. David
Waterston.
Sam Waterston.
Sam
Yeah,
Waterston.
We got there eventually. Yeah. Yeah.
Or Bill Nye.
Yeah, he narrated the SVP. We are
Yeah,
the
yeah.
SVP.
Let me find that real quick, actually.
I know, I was interviewed for that, but I never made the cut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He
They just
decided
had this
you were
flash. They had this flash of good sense.
Yeah.
So,
They
that was
decided
that.
you're really not SVP type, dude.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
When it comes to We Are SVP.
Come on.
Hello, I'm Sam Waterston, and I'm here to applaud the work of vertebrate paleontologists as they reveal the evidence for environmental change, adaptation, and extinction.
Yep.
This is a rare opportunity to view the inside story of the extraordinary world of paleontologists. Who they are,
Be a great little...
what they do, why what they do is important for science and society.
Should play at the beginning of the streams.
Yeah.
It's a rare opportunity to view the inside world of paleontologists. Ugh.
And believe it or not, gang, this is the best funded part of it.
Yeah.
Good job, I need that too.
Oh, you
I was gonna top jacket this.
got some water.
And Thagamizer, thanks for being
Yeah,
here.
I got,
Yeah.
well, I got
Awesome.
some of this too.
Now I've got a bucket of water in there. Oh, I did. Maybe it went away.
Did you put it up there?
Yeah, I probably did. It's like dust water now.
Yeah, dust water.
It's almost
Daily
time
dose
for
of
some ranch
silica.
water.
And I'm looking at this going, should I cut off? And it's like, probably not. Yeah, just.
Don't push your luck. Kernel piece.
Oops, my dabbing brush.
Damage Control says, what's that watch you're wearing? This? It's a fossil watch, unless you're referring to my old phone on which I have chat. Yeah. And Torvo Phil, yep, Ken left for his 6-hour drive home to Denver. He did. Godspeed to him.
Hey, could you check me over that short bristle brush there?
This little one?
No, that one.
Yeah.
Figures.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, it's wet. What I need. Looks like a dabbing brush. Drop over here. Much more comfortable.
And Claireburg. HD and HB says, if they dig up an alien, does Twitch support neuralizing, or is MIB going to have to come to each of our houses? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
We'll be very careful to document it thoroughly.
Yeah, put it on the map.
Yeah. Definitely put it on the map.
Just wrap it in toilet
it's
paper.
all conspiracies. Like, as a scientist, if you found something that radical,
Oh, yeah.
you've got a brain in your head. You're going to be really careful not to look like an idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Extraordinary claims.
Yeah. Require wild speculation. And lots of publicity before anything's reviewed.
Yeah.
Maybe congressional hearings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Stunning new fossil from China reveals that Mesozoic mammals flew fighter jets. Scientists rethink their theories. That's a good fossil, but it's definitely being overhyped.
Yeah, the Repenomamus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've already discussed this at length many times now. But yeah.
Kennedy. Is that a what's the crime drama show? In the fossil discovery system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups. The dinosaurs who become fossils, and the paleontologists who dig them up and study them in the lab. These are their stories. Dun dun. What is that show called?
Law and Order.
Law and Order, okay.
Yeah.
Slipped my mind for a second. I know we were just talking about that. I'm not firing on all cylinders today, everybody. A little tired. You can keep that one. Thank you, Kennedy. Road Fox says hi from the UK. Hello from the UT. From Utah. In the USA. How are you doing?
All right. Well, I didn't get it jacketed, but I think tomorrow we're going to take care of these.
Yeah. I'm starting to get worried about this guy.
We're
We're
just
gonna have time.
I think we'll. Once we get this out, we can concentrate on that.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty doable. I mean, we still have some days.
4 guys working on it.
4 big guys.
Four big guys. 3 long days.
Big guys.
Limosaurus rar says, I wondered if this was Utah. That's where I live. Cool. Well, welcome. Yeah, we're near the town of Moab right now. I keep saying right now. I mean, we have been for the past 20 days.
Yes. On the east side of Arches National Park.
Yeah. East side. Represent.
Moving on up to the east side.
Man, did that ant bite me? Feels like it. I probably deserved it.
Are we packing it in?
Uh-huh.
That's packing it in.
Well, Dawn is.
Oh, I thought you guys were packing it in.
I'm happy to.
I can dig all night and party every day.
Try not to knock that thing off.
Oh, thanks. I can move that
Trying.
if you
I think
need me
I'm
to.
pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still pretty warm.
Yeah.
So, now people can see how poor the light is when it's.
Yeah, shoot.
Well, this time of day especially. We'll get the low angle.
Put that in a box.
Not the greatest.
That's always the good paleo excuse for heading out in a little early. Like, yeah, the light's terrible. I'd love to keep working, but the light's terrible. I mean, it's true when you're prospecting.
Yeah.
You get the low angle sun, it's not very.
I don't want that in direct sun for too long, so we'll probably wrap up the stream. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, that's fine. Shoot, we did for like an extra 35 minutes. It's not too
Bonus
shabby.
content.
Yeah. Very nice. Where's my helmet? Off there, ants. There we go. Well.
The light's terrible. I'm getting low on water.
Yep.
My arms are tired. My legs are tired.
Morale is,
Brain's not firing on all pieces of cake.
Morale is excellent.
morale could not be better. But if it were, that'd be great.
Great fossils.
No, we are actually doing really, really well. Holy cow. I didn't realize, Jim, that you had so much of this animal back in the lab already.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
a lot of it.
Well, yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's
Small ones,
of course.
big ones.
Yeah.
thousands of bones that are unprepared.
Fat ones, skinny ones, ones that climb on rocks. Tough ones, sissy ones.
One that like lollipops.
It's the Armor Hot Dogs jingle. Yeah. Okay. Is that how it used to go?
Something like that.
I thought it was even ones with chicken pox, but maybe I could be wrong. You just freestyling there, Jim. That was impressive.
I'm weighing down the parts, you know.
Oh, don't spear me.
Weigh it down.
Okay, let's go ahead and wrap up this stream.
Now you're separating it from its
Yeah. And damage control. Great to have you here. Thank you for your kind words.
Oh.
Yeah. Here. I'm gonna get this thing plugged in here with one hand and my teeth. There we go. We gotta be a one-man band here. Ugh. Okay. Well, hope you had fun watching today, everybody. It's been great having you here. And let's see who else is on Twitch. Maybe somebody doing some science. we can go show some love to. Who else is on? Let's see. Volcano Doc is on. Well. 5 wells. Let's go talk to a real-life volcanologist. So don't go away. Go see what a volcano scientist is up to. There we go. Volcano Dog. Excellent. Yeah, good stuff. Thank you for sticking around for the raid damage control. And thank you everybody for being here. Holy cow. Hope you had fun today. Hope you learned something. Hope you just enjoyed chilling with some paleontologists digging up some dinosaurs. We'll be doing the same thing tomorrow. Hopefully a bit more high energy tomorrow. Yeah, we've got, I think, 3 more streams out here in the field at this site. Hopefully I'll be streaming from the field later in September. Like mid-September to late September. We'll see. But yeah. In the meantime, everybody, you take care of yourselves. And thanks for being here. Thank you for your viewership and your questions and your kind words. And maybe most of all for your financial support. I appreciate that tremendously. And let's go check out Volcano Doc and see what a volcano scientist is up to. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.